The aggregator side of things, so they're going to be your content management system, yeah, so you're going to be providing you accounts. Have you got any tips for the guys sort of searching out who to go with? Because that will be one of the...
I'm biased, I'm going to use the bathroom, I'm going to go
to...
I'm going to follow you in a minute. But,
well, you better do this one, so we don't use Aggregator.
It's... don't you at all? No, you don't, do you?
No, everything's direct.
You're just selling,
We've mugged ourselves off in that respect. I wouldn't recommend doing it direct.
But that's a genre thing, isn't it? You know, I think if you're just sticking with one genre, you know,
and also we've developed personal relationships with the stores.
Yeah.
So and we wouldn't have been able to do that via an aggregator. So
which is more of an exclusive thing as well. So those stores automatically know that. You know, okay, we've got Grant's content. There's only a couple of other stores have got that. You know, you probably get a little bit more of a bump up the tree. Definitely. As well because of that. You know,
marketing wise on their product placement on the site, and you.
But there are aggregators out there. I used to be. Has anybody ever heard of Ingrooves in the States? No. They are absolutely one of the most dominant aggregators out there. Yeah,
they're the ones that do all. They're because Universal.
Yeah.
And Ingrooves now do
massive labels, and they originally were, I believe, the marketing directors. I can't remember what it was. One of the major labels that collapsed.
Universal used to have a digital. Yeah. And they kind of signed it all over to Ingrooves to take over.
And a couple of the directors went over and started off Ingrooves, and basically they're one of the biggest aggregators out there. They're doing all the major US artists. So they're a great one, but you know, I was with them when they kind of first started off. They got so popular that you know our music was an independent label. They started going with a lot of major artists and a lot of major labels. And slowly we kind of drifted down the tree, but our income wasn't enough that, you know, they wanted us any longer, so we kind of got pulled away from that.
Oh, that's an interesting issue.
Yeah.
Then. So is it like this with aggregators as well?
Yeah, absolutely like this with aggregators.
Oh, really?
If you're not topping a certain amount of income, your releases, per month.
I didn't know that.
It's,
I didn't know that. I don't do
we
that.
got to close the door on you.
Yeah,
they do that. So we moved over. There's a couple more in Europe. And one of the ones we use at the minute, and Matt, you use it as well, is Label Works.
That's the only one I know. Label Works.
There are a couple of others. I couldn't tell you the names at the moment, you know, but Label Works is a great little aggregator. Fairly new. I think 4 years they've been around. As from a EDM point of view, you know, they're doing great, you know.
But can they help you with promotion, like placement on the store? I mean, is there a way through there?
There isn't really, no. You know, they're just kind of spidering that content.
Right.
You need, again, it's a kind of a basis where you need to get kind of promoted on the front page as well. You need to get featured on their front page.
And they can't help you with that, though?
No, they can't help you with that.
What do they charge? Because I've got no idea what my competition charge at all, which is terrible, I know. But what do they charge? Are they?
No, they do. It's 50-50, isn't it? Yeah.
Really?
What? No, it's not. It's not that much.
Not that they're local.
No, I think it's about 20-80. I think.
No, it's nothing. It's not that much. It's not that much. No. I don't think it is. No.
And it's free to set up and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
They've got different levels, though, haven't they?
Yeah, I think
if your income is under a certain amount, you pay this percentage. If it's up to this amount, you pay this percentage. So basically, the more you earn, the less percentage they take.
I'm too cheap. I'm gonna have to whack my prices up or something.
What do you think about things like Reverb Nation?
Reverb Nation was
Bandcamp, you know?
Reverb Nation was originally set up as by Ingrooves. It's one of their daughters, as to say, companies, and a lot of the labels that were in my position when Ingrooves kind of pushed us out the door on that side of it. Said try using Reverb Nation. I kind of looked at Reverb Nation and thought, it's really, another version of SoundCloud in a way, or a Mixcloud, or an unsigned, .com.
That's an interesting point. Just stop me for 1 second. Yeah. Do you guys all use SoundCloud? Yeah. Okay. Carry on.
Well, you're going to pull something up on that, aren't you?
No. I could have a moan.
Yeah. So I don't know who's writing kind of acoustic and.
Yeah.
Any band
Any
kind of
traditional-
based music, classical music or anything like that?
Even though I can't use like kind of like that kind of style, but do it in an electronic way quite a lot.
Yeah. So those kind of sites, you know, Reverb Nation is great for that. But for a lot of EDM, it's more label work.
What genre specific are you, Pete? No?
Not at all.
Not at
Everything
all.
from classical, hip hop, right through to metal and soundtrack, all sorts of stuff. Yeah, it's just. I mean, some of the bands that we've got a store where we sell physical copies as well and fulfil it from my place. Do you know what I mean? So we've got a warehouse where we sell all the stuff through. But a lot of my bands also use Bandcamp. Just for the profile thing, really. Do you know what I mean? It does mean that they've got to fulfil it themselves.
That's what Reverb Nation is a profile kind of.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a networking.
So, but I don't kind of put any exclusivity into things because if people want to sell it on Bandcamp and Reverb Nation themselves and all that, it's just the way I look at it. If it helps the profile of the band, then I'm quite laid back about it all, really. So, but Bandcamp have proved to be quite. Yeah, I think Bandcamp are. A lot of my bands seem to use them, so it seems to work quite well.
I think a lot of A&R from different labels, kind of, if they're looking for content for all their label, they tend to look at more of those Bandcamps, the Reverb Nations, etc., rather than SoundCloud nowadays. I think SoundCloud's very
Not
much.
MySpace anymore, no.
Well,
That
you should say that. Actually, yeah.
just went.
Went over
I know it's coming back.
Some
a bit
say
now.
it's coming back.
Yeah.
It's gone, man. It's done.
Who said to me the other month that Justin Bieber piled a load of money into it?
No, Justin Timberlake.
Was it?
Yeah.
Bieber, yeah. Timberlake, that was it, yeah. He threw a load of money into it, apparently.
I mean, every day I used to get some
resurgence.
just MySpace links. Listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this. But I haven't had any for ages.
That was crazy though. MySpace, I don't know if you guys remember when MySpace started, but it kind of blew up really fast. And it was like an underground buzz to start with. It was like all the record labels were all on it. They were like, wow, this is fantastic. There's all this new talent. And then it just went bang, like Facebook did. And then just died. Just died a
I
death.
think the reason being is because people worked out that you could just run a little program and get 100,000 friends in 5 minutes and all that. And
I think it was a format thing, you know. I think the interaction, I think that's what killed MySpace. If they'd stepped up, when Facebook started snipping at their heels, if they'd actually looked at the Facebook functionality and implemented it, I think it would have been a different story.